It's September 5th, 2022. I don't know if Potter or if the wizarding world. I'm trying to follow along with words that are not spoken in this house or in this area um, as of yet, except through the magical board of a storyline that seems to run some paradoxical, parenthetical of importance. Um, I'm in this. So it is, I don't know if it's to quell a conversation or to start a conversation. I'm not quite sure if it's to just alleviate having to have a conversation, being that the gods have spoken on it and have decided something or have made note of something in this television production with HBO in a bicameral way or I'm not quite sure way, but I'm receiving the message inside the state of New York. Um, and it speaks of Rhaenyra, which stands for reborn, and then this hypothetical Jason. Now, I went to school with I believe it was born 1977, 1978, very, and I don't know, he was with Mariska. He went with the name Jay. I cannot remember his last name. Um, but we went to school briefly together. But he stood out from the rest. But we never spoke. I don't know why. Or even probably because of Nikki, perhaps. I'm not sure. Um, and so, and my waiting upon Nikki. I don't know why Jay and I never spoke. I don't know why we were never introduced, but I knew that he was in school. I am not speaking of he. He is what I would consider, for speaking The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, he's high elfin as whatever. I'm speaking more 1976, the whatever. In this Game of Thrones, there's mention of this crab feeder, and then there's mention of this Lord Jason. So that, for me, wound up being a crab feeder in a kind of sort of way, in however New York was painted. I'm an NEG. I'm not allowed to breed with a POS. I'm just not. There is no healthy POS option. It puts my life in jeopardy for breeding and for having children and for sire purposes. I am not clear what went awry, but what is being brought forward in a paradoxical wizarding collaboration, you know, I don't know who's putting this together, um, but they acknowledge that Lannister Jason is a lord. I have in at the moment, parental whatever, same name, but it is not the Lloyd Harbor. I don't know if he went to Lloyd Harbor, but I think he was definitely in Cold Spring Harbor at some point. So there is a differential. when there's spoken on it with whatever's going on in New York area in this 20th century, 22nd year, in wherever, and whatever's going on with me. And then at the end of the episode, there's another little piece worth mentioning or making note of. This is season 1, episode 3. House of the Dragon.
How are you feeling, husband?
The gods have punished me for my indulgences.
At least the wine was good.
Too good.
I was hoping we might discuss something.
Rhaenyra. I do not think she enjoyed Jason Lannister's company. She is cross.
I warned you that she would be.
Rhaenyra has...
Cross. It is such an interesting word. Being that I have a king's star with the child I brought forth. I was born with that. It's supposed to be a blessing in High Elfin, especially in the bloodline, for which there's ancestry and there's importance there. There was somebody who took notice. I'm Nicole. There's a Nikki. Maria used to call me Nikita. I know that that's important in whatever allegiances are or whatever was provided. I know that that is a clue of importance.
Page. She must needs marry a High Lord who will honor her, defend her, and serve her as king consort. Her wishes in this matter are irrelevant.
I do believe that Rhaenyra will marry your Grace. But she must believe it is her choice to do so. What's this?
A letter from Vaemon Velaryon.
Sea Snake's brother.
He's fighting in the Stepstones with all the rest of them.
The stepping stones. And then there's the string after this Jason that did not go to Cold Spring Harbor High School, that is not of our bloodline, not of our heritage, was not a choice, was not planned, not by my side. I don't know who tried to whatever. And then someone cut my bodice up while I was carrying this child. The first one sent me a message. I don't know from who, for what purpose, but it's not acceptable at any whatever. And then for this procession of problems that has whatever thereafter, there's some serious problems.
May I? Lord Corliss and Prince Damon are losing their war.
Badly, by all accounts.
This is a plea for aid. Then why not send it?
Because it is a war started by two malcontents, unhappy with decisions I made. If I now provide Damon and Corliss succor, what will that say of their king?
Perhaps that he is a good man who loves his brother.
Well, if you truly believe that, my dear, then you possess a generous spirit.
What do you believe, Viserys?
That I am forever doomed to anger one person in the pleasing of another.
Then I pose a simpler question. Is it better for the realm if the crab feeder thrives, or is vanquished?
Make haste to Dwarfstone, Sir Adam. Hand deliver this to Prince Damon yourself.
At once, Your Grace.
I have met other humans that have different relationships with their father figure. I think that this portrayal in this one episode between father and daughter is pretty spot on for how my father treats me and how I treat my father. It's with veil, it's with respect on both parts. I don't want anybody to misread that situation ever. There's some fight inside of here between the crab feeder and some warriors. And then a dragon comes and ends the fight. Here's the end of this episode. To the next.
From my blood come the prince that was promised, and his will be the song of ice and fire.
The House of the Dragon will stand as one for a further generation. Who will it be? The brother?
They name me King of the Narrow Sea.
The daughter? Your courtship is at an end.
So I can be a remedy for your political headaches.
You are my political headache. Oh, little princeling of three!
I have discomforting news.
This is a vile accusation.
Who is responsible for this gossip? I will take their eyes.
It is not in Rhaenyra's nature to be deceitful. I cannot say the same for your brother.
That is the message from, I don't know, the wind, perhaps, that they're putting out. It's Labor Day 2022. It's Bayside Station. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way Universe. Galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station. Bayside, New York, 11361.